Libra, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. Okay, so your energy, we have the Death card, Scorpio. Some of you might be a Libra Scorpio cusp, or you may have Scorpio in your chart. But a lot of you, you're going through some sort of transformation or some sort of ending. All right, your person, we see the Seven of Swords. They're viewing you as the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so I do get secret admirer vibes here. And this is somebody who's seeing you differently, Pisces energy. What you're not seeing is the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, and we see the Eight of Cups in reverse. So you may have somebody here who's coming back around to you, Libra. But I also feel like you just might be feeling a little bit confused about who this person is, what they want. And with the Nine of Wands energy in reverse, I do feel like my Libras, you're trying to manifest something new. You may be feeling a little bit exhausted here, either trying to figure this person out or just by love and relationships in general. It does look like you've experienced some sort of ending, but you're ready for a transformation, or you're going through a transformation. We see the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you're manifesting here. You're trying to manifest something. Now, some of you, you just might be focused on your work, on your health. You might be just getting really clear, a lot of focused intention on what you want in your love life, the type of person that you want. You may be very focused on this person, some of you. Some of you, you're planning a trip or traveling. You're viewing this person as the Six of Swords in reverse, coming back around. Now, this obviously could be some type of reconciliation for some of my Libras, but what I'm getting more than anything is this could be somebody you've had one date with, somebody you're flirting with, or somebody you're really hoping to see again. I do think you're feeling a little bit stuck on this person, but I don't know if they have a lot of Aquarius in their chart, or they're a little bit detached, they're a little bit secretive. Some of you, this person is going through something that they're not telling other people, like some financial difficulties, or there's been a karmic situation here that's really been draining their energy. I do think this person is a little bit hard to figure out. And you're viewing the relationship as the Seven of Cups in reverse. You want to see them again, or you want reconciliation, but more than anything, I feel like my Libras, you're trying to get clarity about who they are, what they want, what this really is for you. And they're showing up as the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this may be an ex, really strong Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini energy here. But for others of you, what I'm getting is this person, there's something that's anchoring them in a lower vibrational timeline. So it could be a living situation, it could be a job, it could be another relationship, but they have something that they need to heal and clear before they come towards you. All right, and I'm actually kind of reading it more as somebody you don't know very well, although some of you, it really could be an ex or somebody you were dealing with. But it's like you want clarity because you feel there's a strong soulmate connection, but I don't know, there's just something you can't really pinpoint, or you're having a hard time figuring this person out. Spirit's advice is, some of you, it's time to be focused on your career. Some of you, you really are, or you're going through it, with the Death card, a career transition. Reflect and reimagine your career. Decide to be intentional, proactive, and courageous about building a new career future. So a little side note here to this reading. But for a lot of you, in a love reading, I do take career out of it. And I think the message still holds. Reflect and reimagine your relationships or your love life. Decide to be intentional, proactive, and courageous about building a new future. And I do kind of think that's where you are, okay? So let's see what else we need to know from my Libras. All right, you're on the right path. Beautiful. Even if you're not sure, keep going. Eventually you will get to your destination. So don't stop now, Libra, and nothing is lost. know that when you lose something, try to remember that there's always a deeper meaning, that anything you lose comes around in another form, and no matter how bad things may seem, all is not lost. Okay, so again, if you feel like this connection is over, or you feel like there's no chance, or whatever it is that you're feeling, Spirit's saying all is not lost here. Okay, and we see the first steps. So to get ahead, you must take the first step, even without knowing the outcome. Just don't stay where you are. So just don't stay stuck, Libra. Now, I do feel like this person might have a bit of a blocked throat chakra. This might be somebody who's a bit elusive or secretive. More so, but I do think they have secret feelings for you, Libra. But I also think this person's a little bit avoidant because of something karmic going on in the background. All right, so it could be a karmic third party. It could be some major issues with their job or their living situation, their spiritual journey, their physical journey. We'll see. All right, we see the Three of Swords. Okay, there could be some sort of karmic third party here. I also think if that's not the case, like they're not, dealing with somebody else, this person has been severely heartbroken, disappointed by someone or something. That could be a friend, a family member. It could be with their work, their creative projects. All right. It could be they've lost a loved one, but they are coming back around to you. You will be seeing this person again, Libra, or they will be coming back around. And we see the Knight of Cups energy in reverse, but you have to be careful. All right, you do have to be careful with this person's energy because, again, if you've had hot and cold off and on with this person, it's potentially that they have somebody from their past that kind of comes back and pulls them back into that energy. They go back to their ex, what have you. The Knight of Cups in reverse is somebody who can be a bit of a player. Now, this person is starting to see you differently with the Hanged Man energy. This is also them knowing that you're not going to necessarily wait around, and that was your advice here, to be intentional, to be proactive. You're on the right path, keep going, take those first steps. So they know that you're not going to wait around. They're seeing you as Aries, Leo, Sag energy, sexy, successful, powerful, attractive, not just to them but to others. Yeah, you're not holding back. Yeah, you're not sitting around and waiting. Now, do I think this person is going to come back around to you? Yes. Do I think you want to see them again or talk to them again or know what's going on? Yes. Do I think you have sweet feelings for this person? Yes. But at the same time, the King of Wands is going to use all of his strength and his courage to not let a situation that's unclear keep them stuck. And that's your energy. This person does feel like there's a strong spiritual connection or commitment here between the two of you. This person might feel like you two are very different, but yet you're really in alignment. So I don't know if you come from different backgrounds or what the deal is. They might also feel like you're really out of their league. Sometimes I get like Beauty and the Beast energy here. Like they just might feel like, what is Libra doing interested in someone like me? All right, with the Wheel of Fortune behind the scenes, there's some sort of karmic situation here, maybe a third party, but some sort of karmic situation affecting this connection and affecting this person's commitment. We see the Sun in reverse. They definitely hide this. All is not what it seems with this person. They're protective, they're defensive, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, but Spirit is saying that they're single. So for a lot of you, whatever this third party energy is, it's heartbreak, it's betrayal, it's disappointment, but it does kind of keep them from fully committing. And, it could just be because they've been so hurt in the past that they really freak out when it comes time to emotionally invest. But what I'm seeing is like this person isn't quite who they seem. They're less confident than they come off as. But then there's an interesting energy, the Seven of Wands. I feel this person's very protective of their independence, Libra. And again, that could be why we get the Knight of Cups energy in reverse. Somebody who's been so hurt in the past that they've decided they're not gonna let that happen again. They're not gonna get committed. They're not gonna get emotionally invested. But then there's something here. It's like they know you're not gonna be waiting around. They know that you're sexy, powerful, attractive. You have a lot to offer, that you're not going to let them hold you back, even if they have a little bit here already or in the past. But then it's interesting. They see there's something powerful here between the two of you, something that's maybe making them change their mind. So they are coming back around, Libra. We see the Star card. You're on the right path. Temperance energy. Don't rush into anything, especially if it feels imbalanced. And the Five of Swords energy in reverse. Is this worth the fight? Is the juice worth the squeeze here? All right, your person is kind of freaking out here because I think you represent a bit of a tower moment for them, Libra. I'm seeing it pretty clearly now. I feel like my Libras, you, like I said, you like this person, you want to see this person again, you feel there's a strong soul connection. They're not used to that type of energy. They're not used to feeling the way they feel about anyone, about the way they feel about anyone, the way they feel about you, they don't feel about anybody else, or they haven't allowed themselves to feel that way about anybody else. They're protecting themselves. They're in their ego energy. But then it's like they also see your worth and your value, but they know that you're not going to wait around. So I do see them coming back around. They're losing sleep over this. They're really freaking out. There's potential for healing or longevity, but Spirit's saying don't rush into anything. You need to see the big picture. And you need to decide, is this a connection that's worth fighting for, or is it going to bring you too much drama? Is this person where you need them to be to have a happy, healthy relationship? Let's see what we need to know about them. We'll get more information. What else do my Libras need to know about this person? It's a bit of a confusing energy, I have to be honest. And if you're feeling slightly confused, I am as well. But it makes sense because of the energy that's coming through. We have Seven of Cups. We have Seven of Swords. This person is a bit cagey. They are a bit confusing. They're a bit secretive. Yep, they're acting cold, but they feel differently. We see they're getting divine guidance. It's like they need to come back around to you, or they're getting constant reminders of you. And we do see that they lied to you, okay? So with this Knight of Cups energy in reverse, it's like, I don't know if this person did some future faking or made it seem like they were going to stick around and they didn't. For others of you, this lying to you is through omission. There's something here that they're definitely not telling you. I mean, obviously this is a big red flag. But for others of you, what I'm getting is this secretive energy that they embody. It's like it's really hard to know who this person really is or what they really want. And I think they intentionally kind of keep things that way. I think there's underlying trauma or pain or insecurities that make them act this way. It feels complicated, Libra, all right? Let's see what else we need to know. All right, they're responsible, they're insecure, and they're a lot of fun. But we see fleeting romance. I think this person thought this was going to be just a fleeting romance, and I think they've acted that way. And quite frankly, I think you're feeling a little bit exhausted here. But I also think you want answers, and I think you want to know. But their insecurities hold them back. This person is definitely in a fear-based energy, Libra. They're worried they're going to get hurt because they actually feel very deeply for you. But, I mean, I don't know that that's enough to invest in this connection. I mean, I think it gives you an idea of why they run hot and cold or why they're avoidant. They're stressing about this connection. Because like I said, you're a tower moment. I mean, even though the tower didn't show up here, it's very clear you are a tower moment for this person. They are going to be coming back around. That might be a bit stressful for you. They are hard to read though, so let's see what Spirit's advice is for you. Pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Yeah, there's definitely like pause before you make a decision here. And pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So yeah, pay attention, Libra. Pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that you're receiving here. All right, that's going to help you make the best decision here about this person and whether or not you can trust this, whether or not this is someone you can build and grow with. All right, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.